Oh, welcome back. I am out at Dave's. He's over here chatting with his friend, and I need to get this power steering pump off of the Subaru. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking this kind of cover off and see what's underneath, and we'll see what we can do about getting this out. And then I have another one here I ordered online, so hopefully it fits. Anyway, all right, so we have removed a couple of bolts and just pulled this cover off of here, and now I'm looking to see what loosens this belt. I think we're probably getting tension on one of these, so what I'm going to do is see how we can loosen up the belt. We'll get that off of there, and then we'll see about what we need to get this pump out of here. Alright, so I loosened the belt by loosening the alternator, which is this bolt right here. So now we have a loose belt, and I think I can get that belt off of there, and then I'll finish pulling the pump out. I finally got that out of there by taking out the entire bracket, which I'm sure is not necessary, because it's still stuck to the bracket. I don't even understand how this is on here. Looking at the new pump, there should just be a bolt going through the middle here, and this shouldn't be stuck in this bracket. So let me see if I can bust it out of here. We are back in the shop, so I went and got a set today of these, and I'm going to put it on the impact wrench, and we're going to see if we can get this other one. So I need to take this screw out here. This one's already loose, and then there's one more bolt for this bracket right here, and then we can take this off of the bracket and put the new one on the bracket, and then hopefully get back in the car. I was running a little bit late, so hopefully we'll have enough time in the shop. Joy's definitely here with me. We're working or napping, one or two, but anyways, we'll see how this goes. Well, Dave was actually able to get it all the bolts, rest of them out, the ones I couldn't get, which is nice. Got the old pump off, got the bracket clean, have the other two pieces clean, and now I'm going to try to get this pump into here and get it set up so that we can put it in the car tomorrow. Probably won't have time tonight. It's getting a little late at the shop here, so, but we'll try to get this together real quick. I'll try to get some of it on video. I don't know if I brought my camera. Right, so we have it back onto the bracket. I'll kind of show you what I've done here. Had to grab a light. So we got those two bolts that had the Torx heads on them back in, and they had a bracket. You can see one there and there. It went on them, and that bracket's just right here and on bottom. And so I got that facing this direction, and then the bolts on both sides, of course. And then there's the one bracket that went on top here, and it went through this, and this was a 10 millimeter bolt here, and I've got that bolted back on. And then I had this bolt right here, and this is going to the bottom all the way and screws in to where it comes in down here. You can kind of see through that bottom hole. And so I have that in, and I want to say that was a 19, but I'll double check tomorrow when we go to throw this back onto the vehicle. So I think I pretty much have all this ready to rock and roll as far as it goes. I cleaned up this piece, and then I have the bolts and everything in here, and I'm just about to run them through this wire brush scraper here and clean them up as well. So, and then we should be prepped and everything, and we'll finish the video outside on the car tomorrow and see if we can get it put back on. So I got the bolts that are holding it. Sorry, Cole's using a grinder back here. So I got this part back together, which is what tightens up your alternator. That's what's tightening the belt. You have this little block and a bolt that goes through it, and then this one you twist to tighten it. I tightened this one back up because I had loosened this when I moved the alternator the first time. I'm going to take this little bolt off so that this piece can go on the top of this here, and then this piece plugs into the back right here, and then I've got these two hoses we'll put on. So I'm going to put it back and fast forward and we'll keep going. Oh yeah, and I had put in two bolts. There was one that goes right here in the back, you can see, and then there was one underneath. All of those were just 12, I believe. Yep. And most of them have been 12s so far going back. If there's something else, I'll let you know. Welcome back. I went back at Dave's, just sprayed the bottom of that. Did some rust converters in the spot and flat blacked it. I didn't tape it off or anything. It looks real good though. Anyways, I'm working on the Subaru still. So I did get that pump in and everything, but I realized when I got it in that I am missing one bolt on the bracket. So I'm going to try to pull that bolt in. It's right under here, like directly, looking straight down. So, but you got to push it in this way from underneath though. So I'm going to try to squeeze in there and get that in there. Other than that, everything's hooked up and ready to go. We're plugged into the back. We have our hoses connected. Clamps are all on, and the rest of the bolts are on. And the belt is tight, but I may end up having to loosen it if I can't push this through. All right, so I've taken off the cover piece again, loosened to start the alternator, and now this should be loose. The belt's a little loose, and I think I can get this pushed into place and get that bolt in, or I'm going to try. So this will actually show a little bit better. So this is the screw that keeps the alternator tight, but I needed to remove that belt because I am just not getting to that bolt with that belt in the way. So we are kind of back, not quite as far as we were, but I want to make sure that this bracket's bolted on right because the belts are being held on with that bracket. So well, welcome back. I think I've got that bolt started. Joy's out here working with me today. I love Joy so much. One thing I will say about that I have learned from working on things over the years is oftentimes it's better just to take everything back apart than to try to work around it and things. It's just easier to just take it back apart, put it back together. I feel like every time I fix something, I put it together like 5 times. So hopefully I'll be able to get all the bolts back on and we'll get this back together. All right, so ended up getting the bolts replaced for that one, and I got some Loctite on there as well. Got the rest of the bolts in, our hoses are hooked up, we are plugged in and back, and the bracket's all back together. So should be able to start it. I did also fill the fluid to the cold start point, so it says max cold, and that's where I've got the fluid filled. So it's been sitting around, but I imagine she'll still start, but oh, she's cleaner than I am. It's starting. Awesome. So I got her turned on, and I now have her full to the max at max hot. So there's a max cold and a max hot. So I had to pump some extra to get all the things full, but it should be full now. And we can see about taking it for a ride real quick. And yeah, so she's driving good. It doesn't sound like she's having any squeaks or nothing like that. She has some like shakiness anyways. Thing beeps at me all the time when we're well, I'm not wearing my seatbelt. Joy, she isn't wearing her seatbelt either. But anyways, yeah, everything looks good. That's changing the power steering pump. This is a 2005 Subaru Forester Outback or something, or Outback Legacy or something. I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, and I'm about to sell. I'm gonna put her up for sale too. I got her all cleaned out and she is all detailed, although I'm dirty, so she's probably gonna have to re-clean her a little bit. And then we've got this front window to replace. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't yet, like, comment, subscribe, and most definitely, thanks for watching.